Hey, everybody, welcome to A Kiss for Luck. I'm Steve Wolf.
I'm Charisse Wolf.
And from Northern California, our regular guy, which we'll talk about Saratoga in a moment, Mike Crutchfield.
Woohoo!
Hey, hello, everyone. How's everyone doing?
Doing
Great.
well, doing well. Absolutely. And our guest handicapper today, Chris's Paddock picks. Get that cheese bread at
There
the
you go.
boat.
Right.
Chris Victor, how are you, Chris?
Doing well, guys. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Good to see you all.
Yeah,
Glad you're
absolutely.
here.
Same with you. Well, we'll get back to some of the fun stuff that's going on with you. Let's start off with Mike Crutchfield, though. So, Mike, how was Saratoga?
Once in a lifetime dream. Hopefully, we can all go at the same time because very historical. That town is very historical. Just driving around the town, you could be 10 minutes away from Saratoga and they have, all racing historical stuff around town. It's just that's what's different about Saratoga than Del Mar. They have just stuff all over town in regards to the racing. So I had a wonderful time.
That's great.
Awesome.
Good for you. Good for you. I know you were a little under the weather. I'm glad you're back in shape, huh?
Yeah, I was not feeling well, and I'll never try to accomplish going to Asia with taking a day off and then getting on a plane going to New York. I will never do that again.
Okay. Living and learn. We learn to the day we die, right?
Yes, yes, for sure.
Okay. Well, what kind of picks you got for us, Mike?
You know what? I'm gonna do the late pick five at Del Mar.
Okay, late pick five at Del Mar. All right.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
cool.
Friday. For
For
Friday.
Friday. Okay.
Friday.
Uh-huh. For Friday, that it's starting in the fourth race. And right away, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna single a nine hard to figure. It's a Bob Baffert horse coming off of a layoff. I think that horse will be live, like the last work, 48 flat. And I just think that horse is ready to go. And that's gonna be my single on a $120 ticket.
Okay, hard to figure number nine. Next race, sir.
Yeah, so the fifth race, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use the number four, unrivaled time. Number seven, third beer, which I try never to get to. Um, Number eight, I'm gonna use Bandolero, number eight,
Mhm.
and number nine, no joke, Antonis.
Okay.
So, but my top pick in there is going to be the number four, Unravel Time at 8 to 1.
Okay. Excellent, excellent. And next race, sir.
Okay, race number six. I'm going to use four horses as well. I'm going to use the number two, Clever Clover, the number three, Ballivon Gig, number six, El Diablo Rojo, and number seven, Nation. And I'm going to bet the number six, El Diablo Rojo at 8 to 1. And you notice, Steve, I'm trying to make sure that I give everybody what I think is my best value play, where they could actually play to win and hopefully make some money.
Yep, absolutely. Everybody likes that. Everybody wants a winner. And the seventh
Yep.
race, optional claiming 100,000 on the turf.
Yeah. So this race, I found it kind of strange, okay? And I'm going to use four horses, and the favorite is the nine, okay? I'm going to use the nine, but I'm going to try to beat the nine with some long shots. So I'm going to use the number one, Loving on the Run, the number four, Visually, number six, Uncorked, and number eight, Barbara T, which I think first time turf, has a good turf pedigree, and the number nine, Miss Roberts. And my and the horse that I think that is going to really be running late is 20 to 1 on the line, and that's the number one, loving on the run. I'm going to play that horse to win. I think that horse is going to be coming home strong. The horse kind of indicated that in the last race, kind of closed the last quarter of a mile pretty nicely. And so my top pick is going to be Loving on the Run, number one.
Yeah, the two and the three are going to clear that horse, so he's going to sit back and do what he does, I bet.
Yeah, he should have a good rail run. Should have no issue, and hopefully he can stay. I like the top 4 or 5 post positions on the turf at Del Mar going short. So they win a lot of races out of those top 4 or 5 holes, and I like the one in there at 20 to 1.
Okay, what do you got in the eighth race? Claiming 10,000.
Yeah, and again, this is one of those tough, hard knocking, claiming 10,000 race, and I'm only going to use 3 here. I'm going to use the number 8, Gray Frost, the number 9, Sweet Hello, and my top pick is he's on a 2 race win streak, I believe, and that's Twilight Empire, the number 10 at 4 to 1.
Mm.
You got it.
And so that is a $120 ticket with the single in the 4th.
All right, and we're going to put those numbers in the notes so everybody has those for their education. Excellent,
Got it.
excellent.
Well, Mike, I'll be texting you tomorrow before the fourth race to give you my shortened version of your pick 5.
Yes, you need to
Which-
give that to me so I can play it at least 6 or 7 times.
Okay.
Because it's always
What?
affordable.
I will create that pick 4 ticket with $8.
Good. If you do
Okay.
that,
I'll text it to you.
that's $40. I'm going to play it 5
Okay.
times. If
You
it's
got it.
$8. Okay?
Okay.
Well,
All right.
Well, Charisse almost hit the late pick 4 at Kentucky Downs. Single,
What?
single.
Yeah.
The last leg she missed, and she almost hit it for $132. But
Yeah.
That's
know.
what she does, Chris.
Yeah.
The economical tickets, that she's always really, really close.
Hey,
That's
I
the
can't
best.
afford tickets like you guys bet. Come on, I'm going to wind up in divorce court if that happens. I value my marriage too much.
There
You
you
know
go.
what? I'd stick to what you're doing. It's the best way to do it because when you connect, it's the best. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's no better concept than going short on tickets and hitting for big money. It's just,
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure,
but
for sure.
it's so difficult, you guys.
oh, it is. Oh, for sure. But
It's
50
gambling.
cent fives
It's
are good.
gambling, honey.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
Here, I got a big tip for you guys at Kentucky Downs.
Okay.
Jose Ortiz in every race. Right?
Ortiz in every race.
Jose Ortiz in
or
every
Ian
race.
Ortiz.
Yeah.
That's a good
Wow.
tip.
It's a good bet.
Yeah.
All right, Chris Victor, what do you have for us, sir?
Yeah, so I just going through the card on Friday. There's definitely a lot of different kind of angles, and I know that we just covered a good portion of them, but there was a couple ones that I wanted to kind of just fill some gaps with, and one of them was in race number 5, and that was with number 5 doing time. And the reason I like this horse a little bit here is because of the second off the layoff, right? I think that he's going to definitely get a lot more out of this second run. Coming off that layoff, he only finished 3rd by 4.5, and it says no leg kick in there. I just think again he just needed a little bit, he needed that race to come out. But working into that last race, he set a good number at a 52, and I think that again with that second run or with today's second out, he's going to have a lot of improvement there. So I would definitely want to kind of point him out a little bit.
Okay.
Where was the other one? Yeah, no, with the El Diablo Rojo, couldn't agree more with you with that one. That 6 is kind of back to back. 5s are wild, 6 are wild, 6 and 6. El Diablo Rojo ran great numbers last time, and you get JJ back there as well, and just kind of that moving forward with Nation. I notated there that was an Exacta that was going to play. Was the 6-7 Exacta box
In the 6th race.
in the 6th race? Correct.
All right. Okay. Fantastico. All right.
Lots and lots of speed in that race, so it's kind of looking for some back closers or some speed there that we can back into.
Okay. Good deal. Good deal.
I had a couple more ones that I really did want to make sure that I said. Oh yeah, race 8. Going over to race 8, the claiming 10,000 going the mile. The number 2 Ole Silvray for Phil D'Amato. If you look at this horse's distance record, 7 tries, 4 wins in 1 second. I think that's just a phenomenal record. And then Delmar, he has a win over the track, and coming back from that 8,000 win, he won by 5 with Abel Lascano on there. I know you're getting a little bit of a jockey change today, but he beat Sweet Hello before. I think we can do it again. But another one in there that I had as well that I think is going to be a little bit more short of a price just because it's an O'Neill dropper, but the Fraisu, I'll have another kiss. That horse is coming from a claiming 25 down in the claiming 10. And even though we're switching back from the turf back onto the dirt, I just think at this level he's going to have a little bit more, little more class than some of these that have been racing at that level. So I wouldn't be discouraged that at optional 50 he finished 9 by 8th on the turf. You'd be surprised how much these horses kind of liven up when they drop down the slow. And I think that Joe Navarro, the owner, is looking for a win as well. So that's another one I wouldn't leave off.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Okay.
Uh,
Very nice.
Yeah, no. Earlier in the card, I felt like it was just a little bit not tough, but in the first race, the number 3 Road Town. If I'm not mistaken, these all kind of came out of related races, if I remember right. Yeah, Empreselli, that race, but Road Town for JJ and Ron Ellis. Ron, if you look at first off the claim there, that number just screams, you got to play me. Seven claims, he's 43% with a return of 586. So Ron's super, super sharp in the claim box. And, JJ obviously gets the mount back, lost by half length last time out. So I would definitely play them back as well. But yeah, a lot of those 3 horses, that was just tough. Empreselli, Road Town, Cobra Violet all come out of that same race. So they're all kind of just beating each other or have the opportunity to kind of upset each other again. So,
Cool.
but yeah, well, also I know I wanted to talk a little bit about our filly that's running on Saturday, Pacific Classic Day. Miss Kona, she got in the 8th race on Saturday, so we're excited to get out there and be a part of Pacific Classic. But as far as like the races forming up, we got a couple in there as well that drew in or that came from the same race we did as well. So the speed that came out of there. I know Charisse was talking about Cashed earlier. One of those other horses were obviously Cecilia Street was the other one that was in there that finished 5th. But we like our chances. I know that we're 5-2. Morning line favorite. I think that there's a lot of unknowns. That God bless her horse in there for Luis Mendez has had a lot of good works. I think 57 from the gate. Or sorry, 47 from the gate, 4 furlongs, and then a minute and 1 from the gate. Those aren't bad works. Those are really consistent work. So I approach every race the same, kind of with the same mentality. They're horses. They wake up. They gotta perform, and sometimes they don't wake up with the best attitude or the best kind of mindset. So we always hope for the best, but we just want a safe trip, and hope Antonio has an opportunity to really get a good kick in like we did last time and a little bit closer. So just to kind of, give you guys a little bit more of a kind of insight for what happened last time when he broke away from the gate. It's not that she was a step slow. She just kind of, moved on her own pace. And Antonio, being the professional that he is, he just kind of let her do her own thing and let her kind of catch up on her own. And she did, and put herself kind of back into the race. So we're expecting for her to break a little bit sharper for sure. And getting a little bit more into that race probably sooner than we did later. But, like you guys know, it's racing. We could pop that gate and you never know what happens. But
Yeah.
that's the goal and that's the plan for it. So super excited for that. And are you guys going to be out there?
No, we are not going to be out there. We've got other stuff happening, and next week my son is getting married, so we're heading up to Northern California, and so there's just so much stuff that's been going on. We've already been to Del Mar 2 or 3 times. It's like, okay, we're good. We're good.
We're good. We got our fill for the year.
Hey,
we have.
Chris, we have an interest with my racehorse in a second-time starter with Bob Baffert, mistrial on Saturday.
Oh, very cool. Okay.
Yeah, it was unfortunate what happened to her last time. Just horrible
I'll have to
race.
go back and watch. I don't recall exactly what happened, but I'll definitely go back and watch them. I haven't gotten all the replays in just yet, but I have 6 or 7 I got to notate and watch.
Yeah, Baffert just said check that race out. She's much better than this. And then we have a piece of a Mandela dropping into a maiden claimer. She's dropping into a maiden 50, I believe, on Sunday. Moonlit Courage.
Sure.
but
Mhm.
she's training well. We've just been waiting around for a claiming maiden race,
Yeah.
and finally got it. So
Okay.
yeah,
All
we
right.
maybe we'll sneak out there Sunday. I don't know. What do you think,
Why
honey?
not?
Yeah, I don't know. But I do know it's your turn to make some picks, Charisse. So
Yes.
There
go
we
You
right
go.
ahead.
ready? Mike, you
Yes,
Ready?
ready?
I am ready.
Okay.
Hands poised.
Okay, so I'm going to do kind of a fun little pick four ticket on Saturday at Del Mar. What I'm going to do is I'm going to single,
Is this early or late?
I'm sorry, late,
Okay.
where all the fun is. I'm going to single Mr. Victor's filly
Ooh,
on
Oh,
one ticket in the eighth race, Miss Kona number 5. On
awesome.
my second ticket, I'm going to add the 2 and the 6. So I'm going to go 2, 5, 6 in the first leg on my second ticket.
Hmm.
Now, the rest of the picks are going to be on both tickets. So you go to the ninth race. I'm going to use the 5, Virat, with Mr. Barrios on board. How can you leave him off in a turf race?
Hmm.
And I'm going to use the 6, my bomb of the day. Book Smart, 20
Boom.
to 1, Maldonado out on top, 5 furlongs on the grass. Can you say wire to wire?
yes.
Boom.
Okay. I'm also going to use the 8 Sumter, the 9 First Piece, and the 10 Motorious, and one more, the 11 Queen Maxima. Okay, I filled up that race, right?
Perfect.
Yeah, all set.
Okay. 10th race, my single Nisos.
Yeah, there we
Mm.
go.
Very good.
I love, love, love that horse. So I'm going to
Fun.
single Nisos. I'm going to go to the last race, the 11th race. I'm going to go too deep. I'm going to use the 5. How do you pronounce that?
A Titlan.
Okay, thank you. A Titlan with Hector Barrios again on the grass at a distance. And I'm going to also use number 7, Truly Quality, with Risfoli and Jonathan Thomas. So if you use, let's see, my first ticket with the single is, I believe, 6, $8, something like that. And then when you go to my second ticket with 3 deep in the first leg, it's an $18 ticket. Okay,
There
Mike,
you
how many
go.
times you want to play those?
It's well, the first ticket I'll probably play it a couple. Both of them I'll probably play a couple times because I'm going to play the one ticket you're going to shave down 4 or 5 times. So I'll
Yeah.
play both of those twice.
Yeah, I mean, what Chris is saying about Miss Kona, I mean, look at the ground that horse made up at five
Yep.
and a half furlongs.
And he's getting another
Hmm.
half furlong.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. So, yeah, I mean, I have to play her on 2 tickets and single her in one
yeah.
because,
I
yeah.
love your Nisos pick. I mean, obviously he's the favorite, but I just think this time of year is tough to beat older, and I think journalism is. I mean, this is some deep water he's stepping into. Um, And I just, I thought it was a negative that he didn't go back to Saratoga to face, that Colt back there. It was a short field
Sovereignty.
and
Yeah.
yeah, sovereignty. But sovereignty is a complete monster.
I don't think he was going to beat Sovereignty. I think
Me,
Sovereignty is,
No.
yeah. I think that the classic, the Breeders' Cup Classic is going to be one heck of a race.
Yeah.
yes,
Yep.
yeah. Do you think that, Chris? Do you think that that the sovereignty is just a superior horse over journalism? I mean, there's just no doubt about it.
Yeah, I think, I think that we're obviously going to answer that question on Breeders' Cup Day, but I mean, as it looks today to me, as much as I love journalism and a huge Mike McCarthy fan, right,
Sure.
huge Rispoli fan, I think that it's just tough to kind of say. Um, sorry, I was getting a call there, guys. My
No
apologies.
problem.
Um, can you see me? We're good.
Yeah.
Oh, now you're sideways. There you go.
There
Now
we
you're
go.
good.
They it's just going to be tough for sorry, I lost my train of thought because of the call. The classic is just it's just going to be a good race, right? I mean, Sovereignty's already proven that he can beat journalism, and I don't know if that's really going to change. He's only getting better, I think, as we saw
Yeah.
last race. So They're both feeling good. They're both healthy, so that's the best part for us.
Yes.
Right? As fans, we get to see that matchup, and I hope that they continue to stay healthy and move forward. Because yeah, that like I said, this is going to be one of the best Breeders' Cup Classics that we've gotten to
Yeah.
see in the last probably, I don't know, 5-10 years maybe.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And then
Go
if you
team.
put Nisos in there too, wow.
Yeah, and I love
Yeah.
that too. I think you're right on there, Charisse. I really have good feelings about Nistos. I know that he's training completely out of his skin. He's just doing so well. He feels just so full of himself, and I know that he's going to run big. So I completely agree with you. I think that it's a great shot there. I'm not discounting any of those horses. I think that fierceness is obviously coming in to run. He's not here just to play around, So Ripoli's he's here to win, and it's tough to kind of not use him in some tickets, but I think that I'm going to definitely be with you in singly Nisos on many of them.
Mhm.
Did you
Yeah.
see Rapoli's announcements today on X about he has arrived at
Oh yeah,
in
no, I thought
California? He has
yeah.
arrived in California.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well,
I thought you were going to
he,
talk about the other podcast he did with oh man, Ray Pollock. Did you guys watch that?
No, we
No.
didn't. No, missed it.
Okay, I think you guys go pull that up, go watch it. It gets really good. Ray and him go back and forth, and they have another gentleman from one of the racing columns. I can't remember his name, but they do a really good job, and they really get into a lot of the what issues that I don't know if you know the history, but obviously Ray and Mike not the best of history and don't really like each other, or obviously Rapoli says that he likes Ray, and Ray says he has no issue. But anyway,
We will
great
pull it up.
yeah, pull it up and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Grab a drink, sit down and listen to it, and it really gets good. And it's all about aftercare is really kind of the message there. And we got to take better care of the horses after they're done racing and
Sure.
stuff. So big part of what that is about, and obviously I think we're all about.
So Chris,
Mhm.
let's talk about you a little bit.
Sure.
How'd you get into racing? And I know you're currently, what is your title over at Santa Anita?
No, I don't work officially with Santa Anita by any
okay.
capacity. I just help promote the sport on my own, and Santa Anita as an owner takes great care of me. I'm always there when I'm there, and they just do a great job for me, and I appreciate everything that they do. And when I got involved in racing, yeah, my grandparents brought horses over from Europe when they were involved in racing, and they did it primarily for turf purposes and stuff like that. But my dad caught the bug at a very young age, and then when I came around, that gave me the bug. And one of my first trips was at the racetrack. It was not only Santa Anita, but it was actually Del Mar. My family's always had a tradition of going to Del Mar every summer and enjoying the summer meet and things like that. So I remember very vividly placing one of my first wagers at maybe not at an appropriate age, but it was definitely one of my earlier ages to win, to hit something. But very good memories at the track. My dad and I started our racing syndicate, Victor Racing, back up again after going through other syndicates and stuff like that. So for the last about 25 years, my dad and I have run Victor Racing and have had success, different horses, claiming groups, our own first horse ever, Alta Victors. We raced him all the way through, doing, we had him the entire time, and then he still has a job now at the racetrack. He's a pony for Dan Blacker. So talking about aftercare, all of our horses that we've ever been a part of, we do everything that we can to find them either a home or a job, or obviously become a mare if they're going to be a mama. But yeah, Victor Racing is just we're about the smaller people, right? The little guy. We want to bring in as many groups as we can. To date, over the last 18 years, we've had about 178 owners, different ownership groups. And from those ownership groups, we have about 15 of them that actually are in racing today and have their own stables that have stayed within racing. So help growing the sport was really important to me, to bring obviously people into the game for my dad and I, to get other people involved in horse racing and show them kind of what's possible. But we do 50% buys with other groups, other owners. We've owned horses with many different people within the industry and different trainers and things like that. So it's always been fun to kind of see who does what and who doesn't do what, and just different concepts of training I've kind of been exposed to, which is giving me the ability to kind of open my eyes in the form and why people do certain things, and kind of understanding a lot of angles that I think as handicappers or people weekend handicappers, people kind of forget that those are important angles, right? Whether it be dropping or moving up or claiming off of certain individuals or not. Can you move up that horse? Do you, stuff like that is super important to kind of know. So, but love the game, love sports, love the sport. But yeah, Vic's Paddock picks just started on a whim. It was more of just had fun with it. Wanted to see where it would go. Did it for 6 months. Just post as much as I could, put out as much as I could. Hit a lot of good tickets, hit a lot of large price horses, and a lot of good things that were given out. And just hope to continue it. I think that I do it anyway, guys. I love this thing. I'm mostly weekends. I do Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I don't play any other tracks really. I only do Southern California.
See, Charisse, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Charisse.
Oh my God, Chris, I've had the worst luck through the years with Steve on Thursdays. So every time he sees me put a little ticket in on a Thursday, he's like, no Thursday racing.
I think that, if you have to, just pick one or two races. You can beat the race, but you can't beat the races. You gotta find your spots and really focus on those. And if there's one lesson that I've learned in the last 24 months, it's really, cut down tickets. I don't play as many large tickets as I used to, unless it's groups or unless it's like a Breeders' Cup day or a big race day where the pool sizes will warrant it, right? I feel like the field sizes warrant it too. But I'm really going more for like leverage plays for like pick threes, or I'll what I'll do is I'll go 3 singles by 3 in a pick 5 and try to hit it, 6 times. I think that's kind of what you do, Mike, right? You try to leverage a lot of your plays and things like that. And what it does, Charisse, for me is it makes me accountable, not only financially, but also it makes me accountable to handicapping and not just being able to throw in 4, 5, 6, 7 horses in a field, unless again it warrants it and we have 2 or 3 or 4 singles. But it keeps you sharp. It really gets you to look at races in a very different way, where it's like, okay, I can only use 2. Which ones are we using, right? And it's speed versus closing, mid packs, whatever it may be. But my style is trip. I'm a trip handicapper. I got to watch what they did, how the pace that they ran into. Our horse ran the other day, American Glory. He caught into a pace of basically 25 and 50 going a mile and a 16th, and then crawled and walked, and no pace to run into, right? So for me, I notate that very slow pace, nothing to close. If we gotta sit a little bit closer, or we gotta find a little bit more pace in those races, or know that, hey, we gotta move faster, right? So stuff like that, I think people forget to look at times in races. So I think that's another thing that you got to pay attention to. How fast was that last race that horse came out of, or how slow was that race? So just stuff like that, I really like to enjoy to find.
Well,
and
what?
It's something that I always like to, this is our standard question, and we love this question. And so it's a 2-part question. So the first part of it, what was your biggest score ever? Sure. And secondly, what was your toughest beat?
Okay. Ever? Yeah, it's actually, so my biggest score ever was it was that hit in March for 24,000, right? It was a collective day for 24,000. Pick 6, pick 5, couple pick 3s, and then it all amounted, like I said, it was 19,000 just for the pick 6. So that would be my biggest one. The next biggest one was actually more pound for pound the better one, but I had a pick 5 for $54 for 15,000. That was like 2017 or 18. Yeah.
Nice.
But the toughest beat, so that was actually last year at Breeders' Cup. So I gave out Sullivan Angel at a podcast, and everyone laughed on the podcast when I gave out Sullivan Angel when he won at 19-1.
Yep.
Well, I was alive in pick 3s, pick 4s, pick 5s, across the board, but that same sequence had Cogsburn in it. And Cogsburn was the 1-9 favorite, and he just too fast on the lead and just burned up and finished, I think, 3rd or 4th. I can't remember. And if he just runs his normal race and the jockey doesn't get wild on the lead, I cash for just who knows. I mean, a lot, right? It's just that to me, financially, as far as like knowing, like all he had to do was run his race and not get crazy. And I cashed. Like I had because I had single Sullivan Angel on 2 tickets in a pick three. I had single Cogsburn and I had 3 or 4. I can't remember exactly. I think it was 3. The ticket was like probably I think it was like $6. I think it was like $6 and I had it 10, 15 times and I'm just pulling my hair out at the same time. And when Sullivan Angel had won, I had told everybody in my box. The racing office was sitting there. Our trainer Matt Chu and his friends and his old assistant trainer Dale were there. And I told them all day. I said, "Dude, this is the horse. This is why I came. This is why I wanted to be here, right?" And when that horse crossed the finish line, not only was I just completely blown away and just like in awe and shock, but my immediate thought was like, I got to go down to the winner's circle. So I ran down. I was able to go down and kind of celebrate a little bit, get a picture with Drayden, and it was just kind of a cool time and a cool moment. But
Good call. A good call, my
Nice.
friend.
thank you.
I guess I didn't give out anything. I guess I better
No.
give something out. I did pick
Yeah.
something here. Yeah, I'm so kind with everybody and the guests. And
You
I
are.
just, I
Thank
don't.
you.
But I'm going to give out a little ticket here. We're going to go to. I was going to give out the late $3 pick three at Del Mar tomorrow, but everybody was giving everything out for tomorrow. So I'll just let you guys hit. I pretty much have what you have. But what I did was I singled that one horse in the middle, Mr. Roberts, and I went Mr. Roberts spread. So you
Miss
can kind of get an
Roberts?
idea. I'll put
Yeah, the
that
number
ticket.
9.
Yeah, I'll put that ticket on the website. But
Okay.
so let's go to Saturday, Kentucky Downs. I'm going to do a 50-cent pick three, starting in race 9. And this is going to start with one of those $2 million races, the Mint Kentucky Turf Sprint. I think Howard Wolowitz is a very good horse here, but I hate when they come from the Middle East. And Charisse, I always give him about 6 months, and he's right about 6 months. So I can't single him. So that first leg in the 9th, I'm going to go 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10. That should cover quite a few horses there. I love Arzak. That's an old banger, 7-year-old. I think I'm going to really spread in that race to cover myself because I can't trust Wolowitz being from Saudi Arabia. The middle leg of my pick three in the 10th race. This is the Nashville Derby. It's $3.5 million. It's a turf race, and I'm going to go with the Euro. I'm going to single that 12 Wimbledon Hawkeye. Looks
Yep.
like it's a darn good horse over there, and it's a mile and 5/16. And they love running those long distances over there. And I love the Euros at Kentucky Downs because it finishes uphill. And those horses go up and down and all over the place.
hmm
It's not a big deal for them. So that's going to be my single. And Frankie Dettori kind of knows what he's doing on horses. And then to finish it off in the 11th race, the ladies' turf, small little $2 million purse there, where I'm going to go 2, 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. So it's an $18 ticket for 50 cents. Play it as many times as you like. But I think I've got some pretty good horses in there, and I think it might hit for us. So that's going to be my play, and I think that's about all I have. Anything else, Therese, to add?
No. Everybody just win, 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 win. Let's get ready for Breeders' Cup. We got to make some money for Breeders' Cup.
We had
Absolutely.
a good
We get a
Breeders' Cup.
Santa Anita meet in between there, a little one, so we'll get to recoup a little bit of money, then head back to Del Mar, and then we'll hit that Breeders'
That's
Cup,
right.
right?
That's
Yeah.
right. And we're going to Del Mar for her birthday in November. We always do that. We used to go to Hollywood Park for her birthday, but
Yeah.
thanks, Rams. You took
Yeah.
care of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But it's a nice substitute going down to Del Mar at least for her birthdays.
Yeah, Mike, you should definitely try and fly down here that weekend, Thanksgiving
Yeah.
weekend.
I'm gonna try to get down there, and the Breeders' Cup. We had a really good Breeders' Cup last year. I mean, it did really well. So I can't hardly wait until the Breeders' Cup anyway. So
Good
we
deal.
can celebrate your birthday as well.
All right.
Well, my birthday's not till the end of the month, but
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, you
Well,
can
it doesn't
celebrate
mean that
all months, Therese. All
we
month.
couldn't buy you a tequila sunrise.
There you go.
hey, it's the 32nd anniversary of my 29th year. figure that one out.
Way too much math. Way too much
Yeah.
math, honey. With that, we're going to go ahead and sign off here to Kiss for Luck and our traditional sign off that we do, just like that old show back in the 70s. Thanks, everybody, and goodbye.
Good luck.
Take
All
care.
right.
You guys, thank you.